Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Rose, and this is the Nerdic Gods podcast, episode 179. Joining me as always, Daniel Navaroli.
What's up, gamers? You actually got the number right this week.
I
I'm surprised.
remembered last week, I was going to say 180, but I remembered last week I said 179, and you were like, nope, and then it was 178. You would think that's a bit, right? That like, oh, Connor's just trying to be funny there, like
No, I know you
he
genuinely forget.
legitimately, yeah, I genuinely forget, every
I know.
week. I don't know, it's too many numbers. I can't even count that eye, Daniel. So
Nah, it's okay. I usually keep all the stuff here, so I have it right here. So that's why I always look over and see
at
it.
least someone has it. I would have lost it by now without you. So
Yeah.
just the number
Yeah.
in general, and I would have just been throwing out random shit.
Mm-hmm. I've been going for
Could
way
have been
too long.
fun.
We gotta end this thing. Like
It's too much.
it's
It's too
gotta it's
much.
gotta
It's just every week we're doing this. It's
every week.
ridiculous, honestly. Daniel, I've been deeply disturbed by the Wonka trailer.
I haven't seen it, and I don't want to.
Don't,
I don't want
don't.
to see this.
I've watched this trailer probably about 20 times just
Oh
to
no.
torture myself. I don't know what it is about this movie, but like something is just like something inside me is just like burning when I
Just
see this
visceral.
trailer.
Did you have
I
a
just
visceral reaction to it?
yeah. Like I just don't. I feel like I need to like talk to a therapist or something about this movie because like I
Why is
just
it
don't.
so bad?
I don't. It's not like it's that bad. It's just something about the way. What's the guy's name? Timothy
Chalamet?
Chalamet. Yeah. So something about like his delivery as Wonka. Is just like
Oh,
really off-putting to me.
why?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just like the
I guess
way
you need
he
to watch this
talks.
trailer.
Yeah, you kind of do, but like also don't, because I'm pretty sure you get cursed if you watch it.
Oh
But
no.
but then just like everything, the way it looks, and it's just like something about it is just like I'm pretty sure this will be the thing that sets the world off. That sends us into anarchy and starts the
Oh,
apocalypse.
oh, good. Finally,
Yeah,
we're waiting for it.
yeah, we're here, and I think like Wonka is gonna be the big kickoff. This movie's gonna come out and just riots in the street. People
So,
aren't gonna
what
know
is
what to
really
do.
the tip off then? If this starts, is it like Liza P? Because he's going to be the star of Liza P.
Yeah, that's a
So
good point. Well, this Liza P will come out first because this comes out. This is a Christmas movie,
Oh, okay. So
so
Liza P is getting everyone ready for this
and
movie.
he's in Dune 2 or
He is in
whatever. So
Dune.
that'll be
That
November.
this year?
That is this year. So like, I think.
But, wow.
So how do you pronounce his last name? Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet. Okay, Timothy Chalamet.
No, not with the T.
Not with
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Mhm.
Ooh, was that like
He's French.
French or
His
some
name's
shit?
French. His name's French. Yeah.
Okay. Timothy Chalamet. I'm pretty sure he's like the Omen or something.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah,
he
for
is the
sure.
Antichrist, and like, he's the one that's gonna kick us all off into the apocalypse here. And now we're living in Timothy Chalamet's world,
Yeah.
and he's about to take over with Liza P, Dune 2, and Wonka, and it's gonna be hell and heaven at
So
the same time.
what is he gonna do after this? Go back to reviewing 360 controllers?
Oh, he did used to do that. You're right. Holy
I think we
shit.
talked about that
Holy
a long
shit. We
time
did
ago.
talk about that. Holy
Yeah.
fuck. You just blew my mind right there. I was like, what?
Yeah. It was like
Wow, he did do that.
10, 12, whatever years ago. I used to
I
review
was gonna say
360
like after
controllers.
this, he's gonna. I suppose he will. He'll just go back to his bedroom somewhere in the
Mhm.
depths of hell and review 360 controllers again. Damn. I wonder how he'd like the Starfield controller. He'd probably fucking love that thing, huh?
Ooh.
They
Do you
need a.
think he?
They
Yeah. Do you think
need
he has one already?
probably. He's probably got multiple. Dude's fucking rich. He's probably getting all those. You see those Barbie Xbox controllers?
No.
He's
I
probably
didn't.
getting all those. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I was saying, fucking Oppenheimer needs to make some PlayStation controllers. Do some competition here.
They're literally like the controller's just a nuke.
Yeah, it
Like
just
they're giving
blows up.
people nukes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
It's
turn
just
it on with your PlayStation, everything
yeah. You
just
hit the
blows up.
you hold the like the little power button right here,
Yeah,
and it just that's how you let the nuke go off. It's a timer.
marketing right there.
Yeah.
That's great. Marketing and death. What could be better? I'm very excited for Barbie Oppenheimer Day, though. It's gonna be a great day.
Do you have like your tickets for both? Are you gonna go see both?
No, I did buy one for Oppenheimer on that Sunday.
Okay.
I don't know about Barbie. I don't know who's gonna go see Barbie with me.
I want to
But
see
like,
both.
I
I
want
want
to
to see
see
both.
Barbie. Barbie looks hilarious.
It looks so stupid
It,
but
it
fun.
does. It really does. Oppenheimer's gonna be great though. I can't wait.
I mean, I'm a Nolan guy, so
Yeah,
yeah.
me too. I mean, who isn't? Who isn't? I feel like anyone in our age group, you're a Nolan guy. You grew up
Oh
with
yeah.
Nolan.
Hmm.
Daniel, been another busy week in the world of video games.
Yeah.
Shit's
Especially
gone
one
down.
particular story.
Let's kick off with that one, shall we? Microsoft has officially won the court case against the FTC to acquire Activision Blizzard. This was probably the biggest hurdle Xbox had to get past, and while there are still a few remaining, it looks as though the acquisition will officially go through very soon. Daniel, I believe it also came out early today or late last night. FTC's what are they doing? They're like countersuing this or whatever the
No, they're
fuck.
looking to appeal it, but
Oh, they're
like
appealing it. That's it.
it's not official, I don't think, for an appeal, but they're looking to maybe appeal. I don't really know. It doesn't really seem smart to do that at this point, but I mean, I don't know. Um,
I mean, what
and
else? What else does the FTC have to do? They're
I
probably
mean,
like, shit, guys. What are we gonna do the next 6 months? Oh, I might as well try to appeal it.
maybe they're just bored. I do want to also kind of maybe a little bit of a clarification. The when you said it's it might end soon, I think as soon as like Monday, this
Soon as
coming
Monday,
Monday,
really? Okay.
because that contract for the actual going through, I think comes up by the next week. The if they don't finish it, that they have to pay Activision. Um, Microsoft has to pay Activision the $3 billion. I think that is next week.
Okay.
So I think that they will probably close very soon. Yes. So I think I'm looking at the calendar right now. I think it's the 21st, which I think is Friday. So I think they have until Friday to close.
Okay.
I think.
So you might know more about it than I do. So what is like the last big hurdle here? If you know, is it just the CMA thing?
I mean, they don't need the CMA to close it.
Okay. So they can go around them, then go around the
Yeah,
UK. And we're gonna
but
ignore the UK.
that is a big market, and I think that they are in talks to, you know, I think they halted their little thing that they were doing with the CMA to try to do negotiations. But I don't think we've seen anything further. Um, It's as hopefully this is really, us looking at the end now, like there's been a lot with this court case that we haven't talked about on the show, like a lot of little reveals and, you know, Indiana Jones being exclusive, things like that. Like we actually got, you know, budgets of games and things, but
Yeah, me and Sims talked about this some of the stuff that came out a couple weeks
okay.
ago, and that episode you weren't on. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of little fun things. I don't think anything like drastically
Really
big
the
came
Indiana
out.
Jones thing?
Yeah, the Indiana Jones thing is pretty big, and then like some of the behind the scenes stuff is fun. So, like Jim Ryan and Phil Spencer and all these guys talked in emails and stuff like that. That's fun. But I honestly didn't think like anything like changing the fucking video game world
Not at
really
all.
came out of this.
No. It's just that Indiana Jones thing being
Yeah.
an exclusive game, I think is really the biggest reveal there. But yeah, this is a big step for them. I think most people assumed that the FTC didn't really have much of a case, anyways, from what I could tell before the actual where they actually won the case, but or before Microsoft won the case. But yeah, it's one more step for them.
Yeah, I mean, this has just been an incredibly long journey to get here, right? It's like, when did this happen? It was like January of 2022 was
Yep,
when they officially started trying to
year and a half,
purchase them.
baby.
So yeah, man, it's been like 18 months of this shit, and I'll be entirely honest, like I am completely sick of hearing about it. Like I am just so
I'm gonna
over
tell
it.
you right now, it's not done because as soon as it's over, we're not gonna be talking about the deal anymore. We're gonna be talking about what the future is now
Well, that's
with
the
it.
fun stuff. That's the stuff
Yes,
I enjoy
yes,
talking
for
about.
sure.
The whole legal mumbo jumbo and all that stuff going on. It's like, I'm interested as a spectator and just like, someone that loves video games and loves the industry and loves following the industry. I'm interested at that point, but like, honestly, I was sick of that a year ago,
Yeah,
I can't wait to talk about what the future is and what Xbox is actually going to do with all these studios and all the games they acquire, all the new IP and stuff like that. I can't wait to get into all that, but yeah, it's just been a long journey, and I have a headache over it, so I can't imagine how fucking Phil Spencer and everyone over at Xbox is feeling.
yeah. They'd probably look at it more of a distraction a bit, even if it's only a little distraction. Like that's taking time away from you know anything else they could be doing. So yeah, just kind of let it go.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm glad we're here. Glad we're seem to be closing in on the finish line. Let's get into the good stuff now. What's Xbox gonna do with all these studios and all the games we could be seeing soon from this? And
Yeah.
I can't wait for the fucking Game Pass drop. That's the day we're all waiting for. Is the here's all the new Activision Blizzard games coming to Game Pass immediately. All the back
Yes.
catalog of their stuff coming on there.
'Cause it was pretty quick for like at least a good chunk of Bethesda stuff, or like
Yeah.
the ZeniMax stuff.
Yeah, I
Like
guess maybe we
it's
shouldn't be
pretty quick.
expecting just like that day. We wake up one day and fucking they post on Twitter. Here's a giant fucking slate. Maybe we shouldn't be expecting that, but maybe
At
at
least
least
it's a big
somewhat.
chunk, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they'll roll it out like slowly, like do all the Call of Duties one day, and then next month do all the Crash games or whatever. I don't fucking know, but
There's
like
so much.
yeah, there's a lot there that you
There's
could get
so
into,
much.
right? So yeah, I'm more looking forward to the fun stuff now.
Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, it seems like everyone's just kind of beating up on the FTC. I think people are being a little harsh on on the FTC, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I
From
mean, they're just doing their job, right? It's just, there's a bunch of
yeah,
people that like don't really care about video games and they're just doing their job. And
or don't really know a lot about it.
yeah,
It just
yeah,
it
exactly.
that's
And
what it feels like to
they've
me.
all that stuff that came out. They all sounded pretty ignorant on the industry.
Yeah,
It didn't really sound like anyone was like super intelligent and really had the knowings of what's actually going on in the gaming landscape to I don't know. They all just sounded stupid, most of them. So it's like,
yeah, and people
it's
are really beating up, especially on the chairwoman,
yeah.
Lena Khan. Like, I feel like she's been a punching bag. I've loosely been following everything. Even if we're not talking about it on the show, it's just because I'm loosely interested, right? But like, they've really made Lena Khan kind of a punching bag for most of it. Kind of just letting her be, the face of just like let's point and laugh at the FTC and stuff. But I don't know necessarily she deserves that. I don't know. She's just really trying to do her job and trying to have corporations be a little held accountable and and not be too powerful. But I think especially in this industry, we kind of know what's going on over here. She might not know it too much, so we can't really blame her for that.
Yeah.
She's doing her job.
I'm sure the people like her gotta be just like relieved this is over. Just like, get me the fuck away from these video games. All these
These
fucking
nerds
nerds,
over
dude.
here.
Can't stand it. uh all right, well, yeah, hopefully it officially closes by the show next week. And
I think I'm gonna make a little prediction. I think it will. I think we will be talking about it be done.
cool, cool. Oh shit, man. Give me the
I think Monday.
Game Pass
I told
Activision
you.
games immediately.
Yeah, I think Monday is going to be the day. I think
I guess
Monday
I
you'll
don't
see
I
it.
don't mean to like downplay this whole thing. This is like a huge thing, right? It's
Yeah,
just like I said, we've been talking about this for 18 months. It's just I couldn't be more sick of it at this point. So
yeah, it's huge.
yeah,
It's a big
I
deal.
mean it's easily the biggest story of the year. It's the biggest story of last year. So
I mean, you can argue it's one of the biggest stories that we've ever had in video games.
sure, definitely. All right, well, we'll move on then. Some more Xbox stuff has happened. Xbox and IGN have teamed up and did a ID at Xbox stream. We can go over a few of the games that were shown off and announced there.
I even want to on just a top level. I found it interesting that they partnered with them, like that the Xbox partnered with IGN to do this. I found
I
that
actually
interesting.
think it gave them a bit more. Like we're talking about it right now. I don't think we ever talk about ID at Xbox really.
If they have a new announcement, I'll put it in here, but not like a whole showcase.
Yeah, I feel
But
like this one was more in the forefront of everyone's minds now because of the IGN team up than
it could.
a
Maybe
lot
that's
of
why.
other ID at Xbox things.
Yeah, maybe kind of get more of the hardcore
Because
audience
they're
in
never
seeing it.
really like that big a deal.
No, yeah,
It's not like they're like a showcase or anything. I mean, they're called a showcase, but like, and I guess they are
I know
kind of
what you
like the
mean.
Nindies, but like even like the Nindies feel like a way bigger deal.
They're doing a whole direct for that. Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway, though, we could go over a couple of
sure.
games. Did anything stick out to you in particular?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
If you go to
There
that
was
bottom one that I put in
okay.
the link, it's got everything in there.
Yeah, there was a few games actually that I thought looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought the Myth Force game looked interesting. There's some type of online co-op game, but it's coming to Xbox, PC, and Switch on September 12th.
Oh yes, this game.
Yeah,
Yes, this game did look very cool.
yeah, got a really cool art style, some type of
Have
I
you
don't know,
seen
like
this
Adult
game?
Swim cartoon looking thing going on.
Yeah. Have we seen this game previously? Because I feel like I've seen it somewhere.
Probably. I mean, it's coming out September 12th, so I'd imagine it's
Okay.
been shown off before. But yeah, I thought that one looked
Sea
interesting.
of Stars is still, that's a game I still really want.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
Coming to Game Pass now.
mm-hmm. Yep. Uh, the Hellboy game, I'm still like, I want to know what it is because we've talked about this as the Curse of the Dead Gods
Yeah.
developer, that like
Did they
top
show
down.
gameplay in here?
No, it was really just like another little trailer. Like there's like little snippet things, but I want like show me like 5 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah, that's what I would need to. Really
Um,
cool art style, but yeah,
it's a really cool art
I need to
style,
see
and
what this game's all about.
me too. And this is like a big perspective change, and like this is a pretty big game from them to go from Curse of the Dead Gods to this. So,
Oh, there's a
I'm
little bit of
curious.
gameplay in here.
Yeah, just that's why I said yeah, just like a little bit of stuff, but it's not like the trailer wasn't very long, so yeah. Um, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. I don't know if it's gonna be good, but I think it could be some. You could just have some fun with it.
So this is this another asymmetrical multiplayer thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
forget how many.
Horror
It's like
genre really
IGN
fucking
has on
loves
here.
these, huh?
They do. I want to say it was like a weird one. Like it wasn't just one on blank. Like I want to say it was like two on something. I could be wrong.
Oh, for like how you're playing.
Yeah,
Let's see here.
I don't see it.
Oh, it's from the creators of Friday the 13th. Okay, so Gunna Interactive, the creators of Friday the 13th, the
Okay.
game, are making another asymmetrical multiplayer horror game based on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre film franchise. The gameplay will
Okay.
be familiar to those that played Friday the 13th, the game, or Dead by Daylight. Today's showcase provided another look at the horror game before its August 18th release date. And Xbox fans will be happy to know it will be available day one on Game Pass as well. Cool.
That's perfect for that game.
Yeah,
And
awesome. That's
I have
exactly
the
what
info for you.
Evil Dead should have done.
Hmm. Definitely. I have the info for you. So it is not a 1-on-4, but there is a lot of people kind of like a Friday the 13th. It's actually, this is a weird one. It is 3 of the family members versus 4 like victims. So they're
Ooh,
going really
interesting.
more towards what the movie was, right? So it looks
Yeah.
like a younger brother, Leatherface, and then like someone else. I think it was the mom, maybe. Let me click back. No, it was like an older guy. So it looks like a younger guy, an older guy, and then Leatherface. And then 4 victims. So like I wonder how that balance works of like
Yeah, they must have the 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 villains must be powered down more than
yeah, that's what I
Jason
was
or
thinking.
anyone in the Evil Dead game or whatever,
They're just
because if
people
there's
in the
three, if
lore.
it's 3 against 4, either that or you got to make the survivors stronger, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I remember it being a weird one because I also remember the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I think that one is like a 3-on-5 or
Oh, did
something
that
as
come
well.
out?
It hasn't come out yet. No,
No. Okay. Okay.
that did get announced like 2 years ago though.
Yeah, that was forever ago. This is very interesting to me though. I love the Friday the 13th game. Me and my girlfriend got like super addicted to
Yeah,
that when it
it's
was
it's a fun game.
yeah, it's a fun little game. So
I
I'll
like
be definitely interested to check this out.
Yeah, it because it's on Game Pass. I might pop in, do a match. Um, I like Dead by Daylight a lot. I think that
Yeah,
game
yeah, I
is.
know a lot of people praise that too. So yeah, I'll be there checking this out August 18th. That's a good date
Mhm,
for it too before all the big games start coming out. So
mhm.
I am sold. Axiom Verge 2 was
I was
also
just
there.
gonna, there's just that one I was looking at because like when that came out a couple of years ago, I think something else was out. I didn't end up getting to play it, and I know it's a little different than the first one. Um, like I think that they kind of changed a little bit, and I love the first game, so yeah, I might check it out at
Yeah,
some
is this
point. It
coming to
won't be
Game
this
Pass
year.
now or something?
I don't
'Cause
think.
this
No, I think it's just coming to
came
Xbox.
out forever ago, nearly 2 years ago. It says right here. So
It did not come out to Xbox when it first came out
oh, okay, it's coming to Xbox now.
for some reason. But yeah.
Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, cool little ID at Xbox.
Hmm.
Excited for that Texas Chainsaw Massacre game now. You got me hyped.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds something different, right? Like I'm always cool with like people trying new things and kind of genres.
It's not new for them, right?
Well, new
These
is in like
guys.
that 3-on-4, like
Sure,
like
yeah. They are
changing the
changing up the
genre of a bit.
formula a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely into it. So, yeah, can't wait.
Have you
August
ever
18th.
played Hunt Showdown?
I've never even heard of Hunt Showdown.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. We might have talked about Hunt Showdown before. I'm surprised maybe you don't remember it. It's the one that like there's like pockets of teams, and then there's like a monster on the map, and like everyone's kind of doing stuff. You only have one life, so it's kind of like a mix of a battle royale, but not a battle royale. So you can like kill other teams, but everyone has an objective to go beat this thing as well.
Okay.
It's a very
Not
cool
ringing a
game.
bell.
It's been out for a few years. I've always wanted to like get some teams going and play that game, but I've never really gotten a chance to.
We'll have to check out this Texas Chainsaw Massacre game together.
Yeah, yeah. Me and you played the
That'd
Evil
be-
Dead game. I really liked the
Yeah,
Evil
we
Dead
did.
game.
Yeah,
That
we
was
played
fun.
one match. Should play more of that.
I know.
Oh well, Texas Chainsaw Massacre will take over, I guess.
Maybe.
All right, cool. That'll do it for Xbox for the week. See you next week, Xbox. Next up, to the exciting world of PlayStation. Some details on how Sony plans to handle and invest in its gaming future have been reported on. I forget the outlet name. It was like Nikki, some Asian outlet. Got all these details. Forget exactly what the name was, but
our boy Tom Henderson got a hold of it.
yeah, Insider Gaming. I don't know. Maybe they translated it or something. I don't know. But
Yeah.
They then also reported on it. Anyways, Sony is making a $2.13 billion investment into gaming research and development this fiscal year, ending in March 2024, and then starting in March 2024 through March 2026. PlayStation will spend 60% of its PS5 game development on live service games. So 50% of that total budget will be spent on the live service games through the next 2 fiscal years.
Yeah, I think we saw a graph of that a little while back where it was like showing like their growth and how much they're spending, and then it was like, okay, here's what they were doing. Seemed like a similar amount, but they were trying to influx more, and it was like that much more was live service stuff. Forget
Yeah,
when we saw that.
we pretty much got all of this in the graph that you're talking about.
Yeah, except for like the number of how much influx of cash, right?
Right. Yeah, we didn't get that research and development number, but the 60% thing, you could pretty much like it didn't say 60%, but you could see it on that chart.
Yeah.
Steven
Yeah, so
Sims
it's
is
very
here. Hello,
interesting.
Steven Sims. He's not here. Okay, well, he's in here.
He's here in spirit right now.
Here in spirit. Wow,
Huh?
Steven Sims is here. Holy shit. Hang on, let me turn off the background thing.
No, hit the don't show. Hit the don't show.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the don't show. Steven
You-
Sims, you sound like you're underwater.
Yeah, you sound muffled.
There we go.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he just left too? I
You can
just
leave
hit
that
the
thing.
don't
You
show the
can-
participant.
You could leave that thing. Yeah,
Motherfucker.
so
These fucking Brits.
yeah, like I think on the service when you read this story, it's like, okay, great, they're just putting more money into live service, and it's like, okay, how do we actually like break this down, right? It's like PlayStation needs more money. I think it's very clear. I think over the past 18 months, year and a half, right? They are now seeing that their money is going to be messed with when it comes to Call of Duty, and that is a big portion of how they make money. Maybe that's not how they should have been doing it. I don't know. They shouldn't have been maybe relying on one game, right? I don't know. But they are now everything that's getting purchased on their platform is going to be affected and giving to their biggest competitor. So yeah, I guess Sony, the top dog, is going to have to infuse PlayStation with more money, and they're going to need more revenue, and then that's going to have to be through more microtransactions and that kind of stuff. So
Well,
they're going to.
the Call of Duty money isn't going away. Like that 30% they get off Call of Duty sales is still going to be there.
No, but no, you're right.
I understand what you're
but-
saying. It's going to their competitor now, but it's
Yeah.
not like.
Yeah, but
I mean,
they're
they
gonna-
don't give a shit. Microsoft's always going to have more money than them.
Yeah. Yeah, of course they are. They have even more money than just Sony in general too. But looking at it that way, like I don't know. I feel like they're going to try to subsidize a lot of cost and try to use it with live service games.
Sure, yeah. I mean, they're also increasing spending overall into gaming of how much they're putting in, and this 2.13 billion. That's not specifically towards live service games. That is towards research and development of all games. So it's like, and I'm sure a lot of that will go towards the live service games. I don't know, but yeah, I don't. Again, this is another thing, much like the Activision Blizzard thing with Microsoft, we've just been talking about for the last, I don't know, 18 months probably again, right? We've known Sony was going deep into these live service games for a long time now, and I think it said in this article too, it was like no fewer than 12 by 2026. So we got, I know it said like around 10 before. That was like the number we
Hmm.
had. So now we know no fewer than 12 live service games by 2026. That's what the plan is here. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, shit. Again, we've just been talking about it for so long. It's yeah, they're going in deep into these live service games, man. They're really gonna try this. I suppose you could be somewhat happy about at least they're putting money into it. It doesn't seem like they're half-assing it and just like, hey, let's just not let's throw 25% of them of all our PS5 game development revenue into that, right? It's like no, they're going full 60%. They're spending more on that than they are their traditional single player games now. So yeah, I don't, it sucks for, people like me, people like you that enjoy our single player games and aren't really into a lot of these multiplayer live service games. But yeah, that's the route they're going, and they're gonna try to make money off this, right?
Yeah, I think if you commit, right? And that's what they're doing. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not blaming them for committing at all. Like, yeah, if you got if this is the avenue you want to go down, right? Like, you gotta commit and you gotta put money into it. Like, that's the only way you're gonna actually get the wheel turning, right? Like, I don't know. I
Yeah,
just
I know a lot of
we
people are
just have
thinking
no
they're
idea.
doing like the shotgun approach. Is I read this somewhere. Is like they're just gonna shoot a bunch of these out and hope one lands. And or
Yeah.
hope one or two lands, and that way they can stick with those, and then make all the gaming revenue they need off one successful live service game, right? Which is weird when they already have Destiny. I know you bring that up all the time. It's just like okay, you guys already have like the biggest one, so it's.
Yeah.
But I suppose they need to recoup their money back from buying Bungie, right? And yeah, I don't know. It's just once again, man, I'm just I'm incredibly disappointed by this decision. I don't like it. PlayStation is probably going to become one of those publishers that give me one or maybe none games a year that are actually for me that I actually am interested in playing, because as of right now I'm not interested in a single of these live service games. I'll buy the Last of Us one if that ever actually ends up coming
I think
out.
Marathon's been the only one so
Sure,
far.
marathon, but like
But we don't know.
how much do you even count
Yeah,
that with Bungie not
I know.
really being a part of the PlayStation Studios and stuff like that? But like, as far as like the two we have announced with I guess we have three announced technically with Fair Games,
Concord.
Concord, and then that PlayStation London one that got announced last year with that
Yeah.
in that blog post. As of right now, I'm not planning on purchasing or playing any of those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and I'm sure there's a lot of people that feel the same way, especially the audience that PlayStation has built throughout the PS4 generation. We are a traditional single player audience, most of us. And
You can even say PS3
yeah, you could even
into
say
PS4.
shit, man. You can go way back to PS1 if you wanted to, right? It's
Yeah.
you guys have built up this single player audience, and we all love what PlayStation has made throughout that whole generation with their single player games, and yeah, so they're probably just going to become, I don't I won't be like super worried until the day we hear, hey, Sony Santa Monica's next God of War game is a live service game, when we hear that.
Yeah.
Or hey, the Last of Us Part 3 is not what you think. It's actually a live service game. Or Ghost of Tsushima 2 isn't a single player game, it's a live service game. That's when I'll be super worried, and that's when I'll be like really pissed off. But until I hear that they're not going to continue making their traditional single player games, then that's when I'll start worrying.
Yeah. And I mean, I think the biggest question is, people associate PlayStation with, really high quality single player games. And is this going to eat away at any of that? Right? Like, they're saying it's not. They're saying that they're just the money's kind of getting influxed in. They're getting more money, and a lot of that is going over here. But they're going to kind of keep what they're doing. But I don't know. We don't know, right? Like, is this going to actually affect the single player stuff? I think that's just something that we need to wait and see. And if it does, I think they're going to not like what they see after that. I think people are going to really turn.
Yeah, no, because they have to gain a whole new audience with these live service games, right?
Yeah.
Majority of their single player audience there, the audience that they've already built up, I gotta think majority of us are already like, nah. The majority of them are thinking like me, like I'm probably not gonna play a
I
lot of
wanted to
these,
play a
you know?
live service game. I know we talked about this. I'll just go play Destiny. I've played so much Destiny already. It's
Right.
like I've been committed to that game. It's like I have that if I wanted to. Or something like an Apex. I like Apex. I'll hop into a match or whatever. Or Call of Duty. I know that that's not really live servicey, but they have Warzone. It's like I hop into that or whatever, play a match. Or Overwatch, right? It's like there's already a lot there. Um, there's only so much room for a lot of this stuff. There's only so much like mind share and time people have, right?
Yeah.
I know that they're trying to reach more and more of an audience and like more and more people are playing games and they're trying to hit maybe the mobile audience and just maybe even people that aren't playing games and tempt them into play games. Try to get everyone playing games. And yeah, that seems like a pie in the sky. I don't know when that's even going to happen. So, I don't know. Very looking at the future's tough.
No, yeah, you're entirely right. It's damn near impossible to pull away the people from their already chosen live service game, right? The people that are super into Warzone, they're gonna be super into Warzone till for the end of time, right? The people that are super into
Or until
Destiny.
Warzone 3 or
Yeah, right. The people that are super into Destiny are always gonna be super into Destiny. The people that are super into Rocket League, they're gonna be super into Rocket League.
Oh, I forgot about Rocket
It's
League. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it,
Fall
it's just
Guys.
very
Yeah.
hard to gain an audience or take away people from another live service game. And so all these games, they're gonna have to be somewhat different than a lot of those, right? You can't just make another Destiny, you can't just make another Rocket League, you can't just do that and then expect to take that audience, right? Because it's not gonna work because those games already have a dedicated audience and they already probably have more content than you and stuff to do and all that stuff, roadmaps, all the stuff people like about these live service games. And so yeah, it's gonna be damn near impossible to do all that. And your showcase did not help. Your showcase just showing off CGI trailers for two of the bigger ones, right? Concord and Fair Games. That doesn't help. That doesn't sell anyone, right?
Yeah, I mean, and then even if you want to talk about the Last of Us multiplayer one, like it sounds like Bungie didn't like what they saw.
Yeah.
That's not very promising, right? Like I don't know. It seems like they're giving Bungie a lot of power with this kind of stuff. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because like as much as I love Bungie, they're one of the studios most dearest to me. Like a lot of their live service stuff, I don't like. I don't like the direction of Destiny 2. I like Destiny 1 much more. Um, which is funny because like that's when they were under Activision, really. I honestly looking at it now, it's like I kind of wish they were still under Activision. I felt like they were doing better.
Sure.
I know that they probably didn't like how the leadership was controlling them, but like
But
I
is
feel
what
like
you don't like about it is that the stuff that's working?
making them money. I know they're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, is that the
yeah.
stuff that, like, really, because really it didn't, Destiny 1, it was popular, don't get me wrong, but, like, it really didn't take off until Destiny 2, and, like, become this, like, giant
Um,
thing.
I don't know completely about that,
I feel
but
like
like
that game died off pretty quick, Destiny 1, and then Destiny 2
no,
came
Taken
back.
King.
Sure. I just remember a big jump, like, Destiny 1 came out, and I remember the disappointment setting in, and then it came back
Yeah,
a couple
well,
years later.
it was it was 2014. People were very excited for it, and then it kind of slowed down with a few of their expansions, and then Taken King was a year later, and then that exploded it. And I'd say for those last 2 years of its life before Destiny 2, it was kind of going up and down. You know, like they had a DLC in 2016, which was pretty good too. But that last little bit before D2, and then D2 exploded. You're right. I mean, you're probably ultimately right in terms of just pure numbers, right? And definitely money made for sure. Like Destiny 2 has made more money. It's lasted longer than D1. Um, so yeah, I mean, you're probably ultimately right, but I think maybe D1 was a little more popular than you think.
Yeah, I guess my question just is the stuff you don't like about it, is that the live service aspects that are working?
Yes,
Okay,
and it's the
so
stuff that they've done after Activision,
okay. Is-
at least more so after Activision.
So we should expect to see that type of stuff in these other PlayStation live service games if
I
Bungie
don't
does
know.
have that much control.
Yeah, see, that's my question. Like, are they going to do that, or is it how they deliver the content? And they pace out the content slowly, or whatever, or anything like that? It's like, is it all going to look very, very Destiny-like? Going to have your major expansions maybe, and then in between major expansions, you're going to have like 3 or 4 little mini seasons in between. And that's how Destiny is set up, and like I hate how that is. I know that there are probably some people that like that. I think it's just not great, and like I'd like the big expansions, but I don't like the drip feed of seasonal content. I think it's not a good way to keep your audience there. But
Correct me if I'm
I don't
wrong, but
know.
you've never been one of those guys that like you're checking in on Destiny every day.
Oh, you went for 2014 to probably 2019
You were
every day,
checking in every day, yeah.
every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
So I
that's
was.
that's what they want, right? They want a
Yeah.
dedicated audience that's checking in every day on all
Mhm.
these games, right?
But what has thrown me off is when they started doing the seasonal content and how that is and all that kind of stuff. So it's like I don't want them, like I think Bungie is a good person to kind of maybe oversee a lot of this like stuff for PlayStation. Like because they've been there, they've done that. They're the first ones to really do it on console. And they've been there, they've done that. They've been through the lows and the highs of it. So maybe they are good at the oversee, but I don't really want them. Maybe it's ultimately PlayStation's decision to nickel and dime people. I don't know.
Sure. So what do you think like the key is here to having these succeed? Like, because in my mind it's just a lot of content and the core gameplay's got to be there, right?
I think they need a variety. That's like they need these things to be different, right? Something like Rocket League is different, and nothing else is doing it like Rocket League, so they're going to succeed. Um, yeah, like some battle royale succeed, but I just think that's just a huge genre right now,
Yeah.
and who knows how long they all will. Something like a Fall Guys is still going on. That's very different. Like Destiny is very unique. Destiny has story that keeps going. It has raids. It's very MMO, but it's also a first-person shooter, so it's very unique. Um, I mean, Tarkov is very big. That's an extraction shooter. I don't know how well um, Fair Games is going to be as an extraction shooter. I don't know. Maybe that could hit. Maybe that
Is
could take
that
the
an
Tarkov people.
extraction shooter? Do we know that?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because
We
in
know
my
for
mind, it's
sure.
been like, Fair Games is just going to be, they're all just kind of ripoffs of other live service games, really. Like, Fair
Yeah,
Games in my mind was just Payday ripoff, right?
which is very
Last of
extraction-y.
Us in my
Yeah,
mind was just going to be Division ripoff, the
sure.
Twisted Metal one in my mind was just going to be Rocket League ripoff, and it's like, that might work. You might be onto something there.
Yeah.
It's like again, it's like if the shotgun approach is what they're doing, I gotta imagine one of these is gonna stick. You know what I mean? But who knows?
Yeah, it just to me like it's kind of like an angel and a devil. It's like they have to try things in order to see what works, and then they can keep going from there, right? But on the other hand, I look at it like you're putting a lot of these like this is a lot of dev time. It's a lot of are you kind of wasting people's time? You know, like could these people be doing anything else? And I guess that's hard to say, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of like a hindsight. Like, oh, it didn't work. Oh, well, that's wasting their time. Yeah, it would. I mean, you didn't think it was going in. You know,
What they want to do
like
is make
wasting.
money, right? Like
Yeah,
what they want to
exactly.
do is this shit to work. So like it won't be a waste of time if it works.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope place like, I might be critical on PlayStation a lot, but that is because I know that this is a great company, and I think that they could be doing better than they are. Like that's why I'm very critical on them. And this is just not a good direction for them. But we'll see. We'll see.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm not happy about it either. I think they did need to change directions a little bit and broaden their horizons with the genres they are making. And this was not the direction I would want them to go. But if you're sitting in a boardroom full of execs and you're like, okay, how do we make more money? This is the
Or
direction
what
you're
games are making money,
right. What
right?
games are making money? You're trying to figure out how do we get the most bang for our buck. This is the direction they're gonna pick, right? That is always gonna be it. 'Cause this
Yeah.
is where the
The
money
Last
is.
of
This
Us
is where the most
Part
money is.
2. Right, exactly. Yeah, it's where all mobile, right? Maybe they
Yeah.
go more into mobile too. I know their mobile stuff is not really going too well. I haven't really put a story in here about that. Because I haven't really read too much. It seems like their mobile
Yeah, it seems like
is
some
not.
shifts in management going on over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just slowed a bit. Maybe they kind of need to get it rolling more. But what I was gonna say is, it's like Last of Us Part Two. I don't know. We don't know exactly where that sale number is yet. The last number we got, I think, was 10 million, but it's probably 15 or so, maybe under 20.
Less than that. I mean, what was that
Yeah,
10 million one? Yeah, probably, I don't know, 12ish around there. I don't know.
yeah. we'll just say I'll give them 15. We'll just let it be 15. So that's a 15 million selling game. Great selling game, right? That's awesome. Good for them. That's what, a 200 plus $1 million cost for the budget of the game. That's a lot, and you're only going to get that much, right? Like, how much could you cut that in half? $100 million game that you don't need to sell copies because it's all microtransactions. So then you're going to put those two things on the table, and it's like, for these executives, it's like, oh, this game costs $100 million and it's going to keep us making money for years.
Right.
This game, it'll do really well for that first 6 months, maybe a little that 4 months, and it costs $200 million.
Right. Exactly.
But it's critically acclaimed. People love it. People are going to talk about it forever. They're going to go with the $100 million one that keeps making them money.
No,
So it's
yeah,
like,
you're 100% right. And that's just that's just the gaming landscape today, right? That's just it is what it
that's
is.
mobile games for you. They
Yeah.
poison the water.
Fortnite has ruined us all.
Don't get me started. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's depressing, man. It just I mean, it really is like PlayStation is really about to become, instead of me getting 2 or 3 games a year that I love from them, I'm probably, like I said, 1 or none,
I think you might still get 2 just because they have a decent
Maybe
amount of studios.
it's like, okay, this year
Yeah.
we're getting 1. We're getting Spider-Man.
Just 1.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's did anything else come out from PlayStation this year? Helldivers, I guess. I mean, that is a live service game, right? So
What's the name of that game? The
Call
Horizon
the
game.
Mountain, yeah,
Call of
and
the
the
Mountain.
VR, yeah, which I didn't play, so yeah, so
yeah, that's a VR
I'm getting
game.
1 this year, right? Which, I mean, to be fair, is majority of publishers, I usually only get 1 or 2 games I love a year from them, so I guess PlayStation is
really
just
high
diverting
quality
for
game.
them. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like Xbox and PlayStation have been that for over a decade for me, if I'm being honest, and I suppose like companies like EA and Square give me more than 1 a year, so at least I'll always have them, but yeah, it's it's just unfortunate. They're I guess we'll get Spider-Man for single player, get Wolverine next year or whatever, and we'll see after that.
Supposedly. Maybe
Those 2,
Ghost.
yeah, something like that. Got to be somewhere in there. So yeah, it's like I said, I won't be super concerned until I hear that, hey, we're just not even doing single player games anymore. But
We're done.
we're
Oh,
done. Yeah, we're
no.
fucking done.
No.
If I'm being entirely honest, man, I hope these all fail, and I hope by 2026 the PlayStation's like, hey, we tried this live service thing, didn't work out. We're going back to single player, baby.
I wonder, this is getting real hypothetical. All right, real hypothetical. I wonder if that were the case, if that were to happen, and they already were years past making a lot of single player, as many single players they were. Does that mean that they would just revert to a third party? Would that ever be the case? And not be a console manufacturer anymore? And be the single biggest third party publisher out there?
They could,
At
but
that
like,
point?
there's always those conversations around the big 3, right? With Nintendo,
Yeah.
Xbox, and PlayStation.
I mean, we
of,
talked about
like,
it with
will they
Nintendo.
divert? Talk about
After the Wii
Nintendo.
U.
Talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, 2015, 2016, I would have said there wouldn't have been another Xbox at that point, because
Yeah.
they didn't have a good plan at that point, and it just seemed like, where's this company actually
That's true.
going?
Mhm.
Even right now, honestly, I could see a world where Xbox doesn't make another console because Game Pass takes off and cloud takes off and all that, and
They just
you
put
can
it on
download.
PlayStation, put it on Switch.
Yeah, you can just download Game
Yeah.
Pass on all the other consoles, even on your just fucking TV, and buy a
I mean,
controller.
that could be the
right?
case too.
Yeah, that could be the case
Yeah.
too. I mean, who knows where we're gonna be in 5-10 years, right? With gaming landscape as a whole. So it's kind of hard to say. So yeah, I mean, could happen, right? Especially with how much money they'd lose if all these live service games
Yeah.
don't end up working out, right? A lot of people are gonna be losing their jobs if that happens. You're gonna see a lot of these recently
Except for
bought.
Jim. They're going to keep Jim. He's the only one.
But you'll see a lot of these recently bought studios closing down, right? If a
Or
lot of these live service games don't end up working
shrinking.
out, right? Yeah, shrinking, all that stuff. I mean, look at that. The guys making Concord, how big that studio is. Fire
How big
Sprite
is
or
that
whatever.
studio?
It's like, or maybe it's Fire Walk. That's huge. I don't know. Get too confused because they both gotta have
Yeah.
fire in their name. One of those studios is fucking huge though, and like somewhere in Europe, and it's like thousands of employees. And it's like, okay, so. But I know they're also like helping other teams with stuff. I'm pretty sure it's Firewalk, the guys that helped develop the Horizon VR game. It's like, and they're supposed to be working on. I think they're working on Concord as well. I don't know. Firewalk and Fire Sprite, too confusing. So when do you change your names? When do you change your fucking names? Regardless, I just think, yeah, if all these live service games end up working out, I mean, certainly not going to be good, right? Like
Yeah.
it really could be one of those devastating blows to PlayStation that puts them down.
Yeah. Yeah, just hypothetical. You
Yeah,
know,
hypothetical. I mean, for now they are, well ahead of Xbox, their main competitor in console sales and stuff. So, it's gonna be hard to catch up for them for this generation. And I know they don't actually make all that much money off console sales in general. So but they are the market leader in that as of right now. At least high end consoles, right? I know Switch is still beating them there, but in terms of revenue, especially, PlayStation is the top dog. So I guess
yeah.
until that
Well,
changes.
if you include Nintendo, Nintendo would be.
In terms of revenue, though.
Oh, and well, the console's more expensive, so yeah.
Yeah, but in terms
I
of
mean,
revenue,
Nintendo
it's
sells
PlayStation
more.
Tencent actually, and then I believe
Oh, you're
Nintendo.
talking about overall complete
Yeah, I'm
revenue.
talking about
Okay, okay,
overall money coming in, right?
gotcha. I was thinking my brain went to sales. I'm
Sure,
like,
yeah.
oh well, yeah. Nintendo's games sell better and they have more consoles out there, but yeah, they don't. It's because they don't really do a lot of microtransactions
They
and all
do,
of
but
that kind of.
that's where all the third party money comes in, right? That's where
Yeah,
the 30% from Call of Duty really comes in, I'm sure, right?
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I'm strangely enough, I'm looking forward to PlayStation getting going with these live service games. It's like I'm not gonna play them, but like I just want to see how people are reacting to them. I
Sure.
want to see like the first one kick off and just like audience approval and stuff like that. I just want to see how that all plays out.
Yeah, I'm I'm waiting with bated breath.
Yeah, can't
Hopefully
wait.
it's not a
Can't wait for
mess.
fair games.
My favorite game.
All right. Next up, then, and sticking in the world of PlayStation, what you call it? The Access controller? Is that what it's
Hmm.
called? Okay. The Access
Yep.
controller launches on December 6th, and pre-orders go live on July 21st. This is PlayStation's, what do you call these?
Like an accessibility controller.
Accessibility controller. There it is.
They
Yeah.
called it they're calling it the access. Like I think Xbox's is just called the accessibility controller. I
Is
think.
it? Okay.
I think is what they don't really have like a special name for it. This is called the access controller. Yeah. It looks cool. It looks really weird, but like, yeah, I thought this was really cool. Like, I know we kind of just beat up on PlayStation a bit, but this is a nice little story. I saw that this morning. I'm like, hey, we can talk something good about PlayStation. Their little accessibility controller. So, yeah,
Yeah.
this looks cool. Pre-orders are going to be up soon, so yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely an awesome thing. Good on PlayStation for actually making this, and yeah, people that need it, they can pre-order one on July 21st.
Yep.
Looks cool. I like this little trailer that they got going on.
Is it where they like split it apart and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like obviously a CGI model a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, cool, whatever. You could just like literally posted a picture of this, but all right, whatever. I'm down. Maybe I'll pick one of these up. Looks kind of fun, honestly.
It's a weird looking
Little
controller.
Joy-Con there or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm into this. All right. Next up then. Here we go. EA Sports UFC 5 has officially been announced with a full reveal. The game will be happening this September. Daniel, I'm sitting there watching UFC on Saturday, and this fucking commercial pops up. I'm like, oh hell yeah!
Where else are you gonna do it?
Worlds collide, baby. Get some MMA news or get some video games in my MMA. Fucking awesome.
You got to do it there. Come on.
Yeah,
You got to pay
it's
Dana the
fucking
big
perfect.
bucks.
Yeah, should have announced the cover athlete right there too, but whatever. I'll take it.
Oh, did they not? I was gonna
No,
ask
they did
that.
not. Yeah, not yet, not yet. It's supposed to be happening in September.
Well, I wonder who that would be.
Oh, it's John Jones. I'll tell you right now.
I'm gonna vomit. I'm gonna throw up when you said that. Why'd you say his name?
What do you mean? Like that's 100%.
Could it not be someone like
Here it is, Daniel. It's Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. That's who it is. Both of them.
That makes me want to die.
Yeah, I can guarantee you, Mark Zuckerberg will be a character in this game.
No, dude,
I guarantee you, Mark Zuckerberg will be a character in this game. 100%. 100% that is happening. Take it to the bank.
Please don't say
It's gonna be great.
I don't
Can't
wanna
wait
see
to
character-
knock out fucking Francis Ngannou as Mark Zuckerberg. It'd be great. The little fucking
take it.
weeby alien guy coming on there, fucking throwing spinning head kicks. It's gonna be awesome.
I was thinking Volkanovski. I know that he lost, but he's still winning. He's still a champ. I know that he's been really relevant. Then the guy that beat him, that guy, I always forget
Islam
his name.
Makhachev.
Yes, right, like him.
Yes, it should be either of them. Those are
or
the two
both,
options
maybe?
who it should be, or it should be both. That's who it should be, but that doesn't sell copies. John Jones sells copies. John Jones, Conor McGregor, Izzy are the only 3 options because they're gonna put someone on the cover that sells copies, and that's
but wasn't Adesanya on the last one?
Yeah, so that's probably why Adesanya won't be on this one, if I had to guess. But John Jones hasn't been on one since UFC 1.
Was Conor on 3? Or was
Conor,
that 2?
Conor was on 2 and 3.
Oh my god.
Conor was on 2 with Ronda Rousey, and then he was
that's right.
and then he was on 3 alone. So
because no one likes Ronda. Yeah.
Well, Ronda went to WWE by then.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So yeah, it's John Jones is fighting in November. I'm gonna guess this game's gonna come out this year.
You had a date, didn't you say a date?
No, the full reveal is happening in September.
Oh,
yeah.
My apologies.
But they do a quick turnaround with these. There's a bit of a precedent there for that.
They usually come out.
It's see, there is no cadence for like a month. It usually comes out. It's been everywhere. One came out in March once. UFC 4 came out in August. I remember 2 was like a random day in April or some shit. So there's no cadence for these. It just comes out when it comes out. I think it'll be November-ish release date if I had to put my money on it. I think because I remember the last game, it was a very quick turnaround. It was like revealed
right before Black Friday.
Yeah, it was like revealed in June, and then it came out in August. So yeah, I think they'll do the same thing here. I think it'll come out right in November, and that lines up with John Jones fighting actually in November. So I think, that's what they'll do there.
They got to do the game needs to come out right before the Game Awards cutoff, so that way they can get John Bones Jones, going to the Game Awards up there, and then he could beat up a girl and live on the stage like he did at Vegas or whatever.
That'd be hot. You gotta come at John Jones like that.
I will come at John Jones. I hate this man.
Jesus, dude. No, what did he do to you? Yeah.
Nothing. He beat a woman. What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people beat women. It's just it happens. It happens.
Here at the Nerdic podcast, we advocate for women. No,
we do not.
Hey, Steven Sims said it. Steven Sims said it.
I'll say that.
Hang on, let me try to get rid of this background now.
I got a new chair, boys.
You look comfortable.
No, I'm not. No, I am. Like, there's like these bits at the back, and they're like they want to constrict the fat.
Oh, the pillows? Like
no. There's like at the bottom. Oh. I'll show you. Yeah.
You got a little bit. There? Oh yeah. So I have it. I have those little ridges right.
I got to do a lot of this, like a lot of like.
Put a pillow there.
I could do that, couldn't I?
Yeah.
You might be a little too far up then, though.
What's this? Maybe I'm just a big bloke. Watch this. Sleeping, yo.
He's asleep on the podcast.
Oh. I like the idea he just came on here to go to sleep.
Yeah.
All right, night, guys. Need the soothing voice of Connor Daniel to lull me to sleep.
I'm gonna be in relaxation mode. I'm just lying down. Like let's just talk video games, man.
Sure.
How we doing, boys? Miss you, man.
Pretty good.
Welcome to the show.
Training was earlier today.
Who?
Soccer training.
Soccer training. Yeah, okay. I like how your dad do an American voice for that.
Yeah, he couldn't just say it. He had to do it with his American.
I can't say soccer. Football, isn't it?
Nah, it's soccer. It's soccer. It doesn't make any sense.
Where are we at? Where are we saying? I made this song. So listen, I made this song.
Oh, you got a song? Okay, yeah.
So I made a song. I've been thinking about it all week, but I think I forgot this. Like, so
real quick.
So the FTC won't let Phil be. They're trying to shut down.
This is just that Eminem song.
The Call of Duty.
I didn't make this.
And I can't remember the rest. But it's good, don't it? The FTC won't let Phil be. They're trying to shut down the Call of Duty.
I like the Call of Duty part.
It'd be better if you remembered it and then you could say it.
You should have wrote this down, maybe.
But the world would be empty without Sony.
Here, how about I get you a beat? You're gonna need to turn that microphone like upside down a little bit.
I have a question, though. Very important question. This is a very important question, right? So I've been bugging me all week. How many songs actually have the word FTC in it? Because every time you listen to a podcast, it's just FTC. I just think of Eminem.
Yeah.
So is there another one? Is there another one that's like says FTC that maybe we could quote instead of?
Well, Without Me
FTC
was a huge
won't
song.
Let me be. They're trying to shut me down on MTV.
Yeah.
But
I
like,
mean,
what other? Is there any rap artists that are dropping FTC bars?
no, because
Like,
they're not smart enough to talk about the FTC. You know what I mean?
they're not dumb enough.
To be fair, I
But
wouldn't even
yeah.
know what the FTC was before this, unless it was for that song, you know.
Well,
The
now
Federal
all we
Trade
have to
Commission?
worry about is the Country Music Awards, and then once that's done, we're all right.
The Country Music Awards?
Yeah, the
The
CMA.
CMA.
CMA? Oh, okay, gotcha. CMA hosted in the UK for some reason.
Steve
Incredible.
listens to Bobcast. He does.
Ooh.
I can't
Well-
get in this chair. I'm fucking big fat. Right, what we saying anyway? What we talking about? Where we are? What's the agenda?
We were talking about UFC 5. We're now moving on.
Oh,
UFC
yeah.
5.
Do you remember? I'll never forget when you got the platinum for it, and it was the greatest bit of all time because you'd wrote down all the people that you'd knocked out
Fucking
to get the
those
platinum. Like, it was the greatest, one of the greatest things you've ever done.
it's still my British trophy. Is that platinum for that game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 1% of PSN profiles. People have it.
Nice.
It's a hard trophy. It's a hard trophy to get. As far as the game itself goes, I hope they fix the grappling. They won't.
On the ground or
they
on
won't. Both.
standing up?
Both. No,
It's just
standing
not
up
good.
like is great. They've nailed. They would make an amazing kickboxing game. Let me tell you. Like,
Well, I mean stand up grappling. Just like
oh,
stand up
like
grappling.
clinch
is
work
that
and
not-
stuff like that.
Yes.
No,
Is
that's
that
not good either. You
No.
know, it's I don't know, man. I want to wait for that stuff to like feel more fluid and like not like you're playing like some shitty mobile game all of a sudden. I don't know
Totally.
how you fix it. You know, it's taken them 4 games. They haven't even figured out a way. They change it a little bit every time. They're like, maybe this will work and stuff like that. But it never does, and it probably never will. I don't know how you make that fun, but they gotta hire someone to figure that out. But they won't, and they'll sell millions of copies, and no one will care,
Yeah.
and we'll just all buy UFC 6 when it comes out.
No,
and
you're gonna buy
the
it.
cycle repeats. Oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I hope Tekken comes out this year too. That way, at the end of the year, I can argue that UFC 5 is the best fighting game of the year
No, no.
over Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken. And I'm
You're
sitting
not gonna.
and I'm sitting there like UFC 5 kills all 3 of those.
You are not gonna argue this.
I'm 100% gonna argue that, Daniel.
No.
100%.
Even just over Street Fighter in Mortal Kombat. Come on.
I played like 2 matches of Street Fighter. I'll probably play the single player of Mortal Kombat, and I probably won't even buy Tekken. And I'll be sitting here telling you UFC 5 is better than all of them. And it's gonna be great. Gonna love it.
And Sifu will still win fighting game of the year.
Oh
Go
no.
Sifu.
Go.
Our last news story. EA has officially confirmed the rumors of the forming of a new studio to create a Black Panther game. The studio's name is Cliffhanger Games, and while the game is still early in development, it is confirmed to be a third-person single-player game.
No, don't kick it. Come here.
Guys, Black Panther. The rumors are confirmed from last year. I don't know if they ever like officially confirmed it last year. It was always just
No, it
rumors
was
and
about. It
speculation.
was a little over a year ago, actually. Jeff Grubb said this game existed. He already said it. I've already just assumed that this game was real, and like he said, it was a third-person cinematic game with you're playing like T'Chaka. Like I don't know what something happens to the dad, and you're playing T'Challa. Like that's what he said, like a year ago. So
Cool.
over a year ago. So yeah, I pretty much the only weird thing is that this being a new studio, right? Like that's going to be interesting. So it's being a big deal for a first studio like this. I'm sure they're all veterans, but it's a big deal.
Yeah, the head guy is he was the former VP at Monolith Games, which made the Shadow of War games. So thinking something like that, I guess, for
Could
this
be.
Black Panther game.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere along those lines. Sounds cool to me, playing a Black Panther game.
I mean, it's the second one in development right now.
With the Amy Hennig one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highbound Games one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be well. That's at least a
I suppose
split
that's more of
game.
a Captain America game, no?
Well, it's both. I think they're both leads.
He plays both. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting that we're getting 2 Black Panther games. But
Looking forward to it. EA's been killing it in the single player end for me. So
They have.
I've been really enjoying a lot of their games recently. So It Takes Two came out this year. Dead Space remake. Awesome
yeah,
shit.
they're getting real buddy with Disney again,
Oh,
which
Jedi
is very
Survivor
interesting.
shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they've been killing it.
They're getting real buddy. Like it's funny because you remember after Battlefront 2, everyone's like, oh, we need like other people to make Star Wars stuff, and it's like, well, Disney's doubling down on EA, which is very interesting. I think we kind of I think around the time everyone was like, oh, they're not really going to do much else with EA after Battlefront 2. And like they kept going. Now they're not only doing Star Wars, they have 2 Marvel projects now. Like
And
Motive is
honestly,
making
you can
Iron Man,
rank Respawn with the Jedi
probably.
games for those. Honestly,
Maybe Star Wars Squadrons as well. That was a good one.
sure, yeah, but like in terms of sales numbers and what Disney wants
Yeah,
to see, critically acclaimed stuff, yeah, that was all Respawn, man. So
for sure.
I think Respawn really saved the day for EA and Disney's relationship there. And now it is a little weird that it's now 3 Marvel games in development over
Who's
there.
got the sirens?
That's me. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm in the hood. You're gonna
That's
hear some
amazing.
gunshots going off.
Never heard that before.
So what's
Jeffrey
the third
Dahmer's
one?
back.
I don't know.
It's the Iron Man,
We know there's a third one in
Black
development,
Panther.
but we don't know anything else about it.
Huh. Okay.
Someone's dying behind me, guys.
I can hear it.
Oh no, man! Do you want to get under your bed or something?
It'll be
Yeah,
fine.
I probably need
Or is
to.
it get in the fridge? Or
It's
something?
hard out here in America, Sims. You know, you don't understand. Everyone getting shot up and shit. But yeah, EA, Marvel, continuing their. You would think it would have been more Star Wars stuff, but whatever.
Yeah.
I guess they wanted to spread the Star Wars love around. Still can't believe EA never made a Knights of the Old Republic game when they had BioWare and Star Wars under them for 10 years. Just fucking insanity.
I guess they just wanted them doing their own thing. EA, as much as people hate on EA, like sometimes they don't seem as strict as maybe they appear to be. So like maybe they were like, what do you 2 BioWare teams want to do? Oh, you want to keep making Dragon Age, and oh, you want to keep making Mass Effect. Cool, right? Or it was also Anthem, and what did the other team do? I guess that was still just Dragon Age for them. But yeah, like they just wanted to keep doing what they were doing. So I think that's fine for me. I know everyone wants a new Knights of the Old Republic, and maybe we'll get one or something in that same vein down the road.
I hope so. Absolute insanity. It was never made. All right. Well, Sims, anything?
Have we talked? Oh yeah, Black Panther's great. EA, yeah, looking great. Like everything's good, man. EA's like smashing it at the moment. Can't you got to give him credit where his credit's due. So yeah, bring on the single player games. I mean, they did well with not paying for FIFA. I know it sounds really stupid to say, like, but like, good on them for saying no.
Yeah, well, FIFA sucks.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we talked about it either. But the dividing of the two sides of the sports side and the single player video game side now that the EA has going on.
Yeah, it's very
Cool touch.
interesting. Because the sports stuff can just go away forever.
Yeah, it's awesome. Now I can just completely hate one side and love the other.
It's like
great.
EA Sports Division.
You guys really made that easy.
You're
for
awful.
me.
You suck.
You are everything that's
Team
wrong with
sucks.
gaming. You know.
Yeah, that's exactly the right words. Everything that's wrong with gaming, right there. You can point to it. Mobile games and this. There you go. Boom.
There you go. Perfect. All right. We're now move on to what we've been playing. I'll let you two talk. Steven Sims.
Hold on.
You've been playing.
Hold on a minute. Have we talked about Gex or what? What's going on?
No, we didn't talk about it.
How did you not put Gex in the thing?
Because I mean, they
Like,
don't
what is wrong with
care.
you? What do you mean you don't care?
No, I like good
Like-
video games.
These are the reason we play video. I'm way too like.
Gex
involved
is
now.
the reason we play video games. Really.
100%.
Gex alone is the
Please.
only reason.
Please tell me how that works.
You're telling me now, like, you wouldn't have this relationship with video games if Gex didn't exist.
I couldn't even tell you exactly what Gex is.
Gex
He's
is
a
just a
lizard.
3D platformer. Like, he's a fucking
He's a gecko.
lizard. He's like 007.
sunglasses,
Sometimes he's
right?
wearing a tuxedo. Sometimes he's on a fucking ski board. Like, he's having a fucking great. Like, I don't understand what you
Be like Crash Bandicoot came through and was like way cooler.
yeah, he's
than him.
basically. Nah,
Crash is
Crash
definitely
Bandicoot.
better.
No,
Crash
it's
is
not.
Yes, he is.
Don't be fucking stupid.
I'm not. I'm telling you the truth.
Whoa, you're being very stupid. But yeah, shout out, man. Not limited run games, man. Bringing what people really want.
It's cool.
Gex.
I always talk about games needing to be more playable. All old stuff. Bring all the old stuff playable. Bring it
Yeah.
all forward.
Seems
Where-
to be,
where's
it
Glover?
seems to be for. It just
Yeah,
seems to be forefront of the conversation at the moment, though, of like trying to save these games, put them in a
Oh,
place
with
where
the-
we can access them. So,
Yeah, with Kelsey Lewin from the Video Game History Foundation. Yeah, all that stuff. Very interesting.
And the whole emulation thing, like, I mean, like, it should be there now. I think.
Honestly, I think maybe these companies need to start just instead of trying to take all these emulators down, how about work with them all and get them all to
Yeah.
every other platform? How about
Yeah.
that? That sounds like a better idea. Try to get all these things working on modern platforms.
No money in
That
there.
way, everyone has access.
It's true though, no money.
I mean,
Comes
you're
alright.
right. That's probably the biggest thing, but I think we need to be looking to the future and not always constantly worried about pennies.
Pennies.
You're talking to like executives, though. It's
Well, yeah, let me talk to the
you
executives.
know,
You
it's
know what? Okay, this is where me and John Bones Jones can actually, shake a little bit of hands here. He wants to go beat some random people up. I got some people he can go beat up. You know what I'm saying?
Are they
Some random
women?
executive.
Oh,
I'll tell him they're women, and then he can go beat
Bring
up some
Daniel's got a bit
executive.
of
White with you
sass.
too. Daniel,
Um,
Daniel's John Jones fucking hatred over here. Wow. Jesus,
I don't know.
man.
Where do we want to start? Do you want to start with me with the
Sure,
old
go for it. You haven't
what
been
I've
on
been
here.
Didn't you
playing?
guys both beat
Um,
Zelda? Yeah, talk about that.
Let me do spoiler. I mean,
What
yeah,
do you
I'm
mean
down.
spoiler? I didn't say
I
anything.
talked about it last week.
You talked about
Yeah, did
beating
you-
Zelda last week?
And I beat it last week.
I don't think you did.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Sims. You
maybe
can go ahead.
late. Oh no! So like, what's 2 months? So 2 months to the date. Obviously, the game came
Even
out.
Sims,
12th
you
of May.
literally did everything in Zelda.
I didn't do everything. Like honestly,
You still got a lot of side quests and whatnot.
Not really. No, like I didn't do them. The ones with the bird or the
You
stables.
didn't do the ones with the bird.
I should have. I was thinking about it, but I just by the time like I have very limited time. So like when I say it took me 2 months, you're talking like 2 hours a
Mhm.
night.
On and off.
And then
Yeah.
and sometimes on a good night every 3 hours.
I got pushed
And
back a
then-
little here. You put like 200 hours into this game in
I
the
did,
last
I
2
did,
months.
yeah.
You have enough time. You're fine.
And then at the weekend, but this weekend just gone, like I must have put over 20 hours into it. Like,
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
I was like, I got up early. I did a lot Friday night. Did a lot Saturday morning. Yeah. So, it's funny though because you guys were talking about me last week, and you were explaining the situation with the shrines. Is like, oh, surely he has to do one of the temples to get the shrine, and then you said something else and something else and something else. And honestly, as I was listening to you, they were my emotions at the time. I was like, for fuck's sake, I got to do one of the shrines. I got to do this. I got to do that. And then you were on about the 2 temples in the clouds
Yeah.
in that thunderstorm. Like any normal person would have just found out how to do the quest and then got the shrines. Me, no, I
Sims
followed
did
the
not do
YouTube. No, I did not do that. I watched a YouTube guide, and he was like, you have to get on a specific island to go down to very specific. We're talking, look at coordinates. Dive down, don't miss, land in the dark next to a big boss, then fucking go through the ceiling at this very exact point, and then you're there. And I'm like, all right. But realizing I could have just done it that way. So I had them 2. Yes, I did them 2. The one that the last one, because I went through my guide, and then the guide finished. I had like 5 left. I was like, well, this is a massive problem. I was like, because you can find the shrine and it will give you the symbol. But if you do the shrine, it's the same symbol. There's no difference.
Oh, I see.
So yeah. So and obviously I'd gone round. Obviously must have gone. Oh, I can't do that. Left a marker or whatever, and then forgot what the marker meant, and then gone back, and then I have to figure it out. So the last one I had was the one where you needed the Gerudo. Is it the Gerudo?
Yeah.
The thing that spins.
Oh, the guy that spins?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the Gorons.
Yeah.
They're the Gorons.
The Goron,
Gerudo
yeah,
are
the
are the lady people.
Yeah, that's why I got confused. The Gorons. Yeah, so I had to get him to go break through one of the brick walls for the shrine. That's the only one. That's the only one gated.
Mm.
Out of all 152 shrines.
you
I thought you
break
would have
with,
ran
like, a
into more.
boulder?
No, you
Yeah.
have there's certain rocks that only he can break.
Ah.
Is that right
Um,
by his temple though?
It literally as you don't actually have to do the whole. I didn't have to do it, to be fair. You meet him, you fight him, don't you? You have to fight him because he has that stupid hat on.
Yeah.
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 And then he's like, "Oh, I'm your mate now," and literally around the corner you can use him. So you have to start the shrine, and then the other guy with the shrine, the wind shrine. There's
There's one at the
no,
village.
the water temple. There's one near there as well.
Oh,
But
don't
no,
you
yeah,
have to like drain that lake before you could get one?
I don't know. I can't remember. I remember draining a lake by accident.
Yeah, this is what we were
Like,
talking about last week. I thought you were gonna run
day
into a
one-
bunch of these where you need the guys, where you need the abilities or whatever they're called.
I just kind of no. There's not many. Like you said. Like I can't. Like you said, you can't believe I did the whole game without that ability. That
Mhm.
blowing ability.
Yeah,
I can't
especially the
believe I
one
did
that
that.
pushes you for. Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
believe I did the game without that ability. Because
Yeah.
now, like, I've got it, and I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've ever
Yeah,
had.
Tulin's thing is
Yeah,
just fun to
I use that
like
so much.
guide
I have
everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm not
exploring
struggling,
with
but I
that.
have-
Yeah.
But like, you know, past couple of weeks, it's been finding like I found there's like a couple of decent like duplication glitches. So like, you know, I'm duplicating hearty radishes and hearty stamina, hearty carrots.
Why do you always need to cheat? I don't understand it.
Because it's massive.
Elden Ring,
and
is this Elden Ring all over again?
I didn't cheat in
I
Elden
don't
Ring.
understand it.
And we're almost upon the.
Connor, you did. That's why I said it.
You didn't cheat in Elden Ring.
No, I didn't. Right, and now
I think
and we're
some would
almost-
say you didn't even play Elden Ring.
I think that's you.
We're almost upon the Elden Ring anniversary, so we need to show some respect. It's
You
about
go
this
get some
time to
hardcore
do it.
Souls guys in here, they'd rip you apart. I'm just saying.
I'm a homeboy now.
You're not a hardcore Souls guy.
Well, I beat 3 of them last year.
3 of them. That's it, though. You know, hardcore Souls guys
Uh,
beat 3 of them every other month. You know.
So I also find Minoru. I found her like really early because there's a glitch with her.
What is that?
So you know when you have to hold the door and for 10 hearts,
Yeah.
and then there's a helmet and the
Oh
beam.
yeah.
So you get the helmet, drop it down to the beam, and then there's a lift that takes you all the way through down into the thing. There's like a lift. You probably won't remember, but like you on a platform and it takes you down. And then you put the helmet on, and then Minoru's like, you need to go with me together.
Yes.
So
yes.
you can go back up that trail where the lift is. The lift never goes back up. So as you walk down the slope, as the game terrain changes, in between the map changing from bottom to top, if you shoot stuff in the middle of them coordinates as the game, if I shoot from the top to bottom, as the map changes, something happens within the game. I think it's been patched now, to be fair. The
Wait, what are you
items stay in
shooting?
the air. So you put, say,
He's
if I
trying
put,
to duplicate things.
yeah. So I do. So if I put diamond, on
You're
a three,
shooting
on a
what you
5-shot bow,
duplicate. Oh,
I put one
okay.
diamond on a 5-shot bow, and then 5. They will just stay in the air. And then as soon as I activate the bottom map
Yeah.
or the top map, they'll fall to the floor.
Oh, and then you pick them up from there.
And then you pick them up. Yeah.
That's cool.
So I met Minoru about 30 hours ago, 50 hours ago, and I didn't know that this guy was very important. I just thought it was a side
Minoru?
quest.
Which one is Minoru?
The guy that you
Just
put together.
spoilers. The final lady. The final
No one's
stage.
like
Good point.
if you not beat, you not beat it. You have completed
Spoilers, Connor. The final sage.
Oh, the robot thing.
Yes.
Oh,
Robot.
okay.
Yeah, she's the final sage.
So did you always have her, or you had her for a
No,
while?
I didn't. I never activated her. I came to her and I was like,
you
oh, this
just
must be
went
some
there.
lame- I just looked at her and went, this is some lame ass side quest. I'm out. Oh dear. But I will say 152 shrines, not worth it. No way near worth it. Not worth it.
Yeah,
You get
no.
some
Me
lame-
and Daniel talked about this last week. Like, I was done with the shrines after like 50 of them. I was
I
like,
did.
I enjoy it. I do
I ended
enjoy
up doing
it.
about
I enjoyed
70.
it. Don't get me wrong, but like after 50, I was just like, okay,
You still did way
I'm
more than
good.
me.
Yeah, I did like 87. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
I did like 70.
And how
and,
many were
like-
there in total, Sims?
That was fun.
152, thank you.
Jesus, man. So you did
How many
almost-
hearts did you have?
almost
And
double
how much
me.
stamina did you have?
I had them all. I had every heart. So it got to a
Did you
point.
keep 2 stamina things?
I had the one stamina, so like the big one, and then the little one around
and
it.
one more extra, yeah.
So at the circle, and then obviously you have it
What's what
round
I'm
it
saying?
down.
Two full rings. Yeah.
So then what I did is, so then I kept putting everything. That's why I got the stamina was. I kept putting all the hearts in. So I wanted all of max hearts, and then I had max hearts, and then I started to do all the shrines.
There's a max number. You can't get any more.
Yeah, because it's like 20.
Okay.
I think maybe like more, but so like but then the shrine stopped dropping hearts, Like when you back the box,
Yeah.
typical Zelda. So then it was like you can't have any more hearts. So I had to go and like swap them about a bit, get some stamina to go and get the last 2 hearts.
Oh.
So I had like 2.5 wheel stamina.
Can you do that? Can you like rearrange where you put the
Oh my god, Connor. Yeah, so in landing in that hole, you know, in landing peak or whatever, the main zone where you go talk to
Lookout Landing.
Lookout landing, that's it. And you're in the hole, you go through the little hole.
Oh, that demon thing?
Yeah, he's like, oh,
demon thing.
There's like a
Excuse me?
demon statue in there.
Yeah, that.
What? What are you talking about?
That
right
lady
now?
was like super freaked out about it. She's like, I hear voices coming through the fucking cave over there. You didn't talk
I
to
have
the lady?
no idea what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, there's like an evil statue in
That
Lookout
is
Landing.
horrifying.
Yeah, it's like a demon statue. I forget.
I know that the one I go down there, that's the statue I go to pray to, to get more stuff. That was the one I was using.
Yeah.
But I didn't
No,
see-
it's like behind the wall. You can actually get all the way to Hyrule Castle through that if you like blow up the rock behind that and then like keep going.
Oh,
Yeah.
didn't know that. Because the only other statue thing that I know about is like the things that take the little whatever they're called, like little spirit
those
things.
little
you
fucking blue
collect.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's that statue in Lookout Landing. That's the only other statue I know of.
Yeah, no.
I didn't know there was
there's
a demon
demon
whispering
statue.
sweet nothings to you.
Yeah, no, there's a creepy little fucking possessed statue
That's
down there.
horrifying.
And I guess according to Sims, that's how you can rearrange your.
Yeah, she's like, oh, give me a heart. I'll sort you out with some stamina. And I'm like, yo.
Oh, but you had to
yeah,
give up one of your hearts.
Yeah, but obviously it's still you've still earned it, so it's like it's like a bank. Do you know what I mean? You put the money in the bank, take the money out of the bank. Do you want euros? Do you want dollars?
You want 20s? You want
Not how
10s?
banks work. They also take.
Anyway, yeah, it was great. A lot like this game is like, I've just spent 2 months of it on my life, and like, it's fair to say this is the greatest game of all time. It's not my favorite game of all time, but it is the greatest game of all time. When it comes to polish, when it comes to gameplay, when it comes to
But the game only runs at 30
performance.
frames a second.
I don't give a fuck about that shit. Like I had a great time at 30 frames per second. It's amazing. Like this game belongs in a there should be a museum where there's like you see like the Da Vinci painting,
Tetris.
the Mona Lisa. I'm talking about other things like I don't know, some other piece of artwork, some other fucking thing, some other cool thing, and then Zelda with a bright light just shining down on it. And like this game, perfect. Like this game is amazing. Like it's incredible. Like the things that you can do in this game, and it's like, yeah, okay. Hold on a minute, you're a video game. Push it. Like come on, like push back at me. Like tell me I can't do it, and I was like, no, do it. Just do it. No. Like
just try it.
There is a video game museum.
There's what?
But
there is a
should
video
be
game
in,
museum.
like London Museum. Like
Yeah, we have one.
Oh yeah, there's also the Nerdic Gods video game museum.
I don't think there's a Zelda in our
yeah.
museum yet either.
There should be. But
There should be.
yeah, this game is it's incredible in it.
I should say why we keep talking. I did beat this game too.
Yeah, like it's.
So was the last
didn't wanna
boss fight
finish
just
it.
like incredibly easy for you, Sims?
Yeah,
Oh
you did
my
insane
lord,
amount of hard.
Daniel! Let me talk about you, like Daniel, because you scared me, but you were like, oh, this boss fight. This
Well,
boss
it's just
fight.
because
So
I
was
didn't
like,
have any anti-gloom stuff.
Yeah.
So it was just I was just very. It was tough. It was just tough.
I went in expecting gloom hands, and they saw.
No, nothing like that. Yeah.
I expected the gloom hands. I was like,
Gloom
oh,
hands
because
suck,
I fought I fought a few phantom Ganons, and then I was like, oh, obviously Ganon's gonna have some with gloom hands. So I went into this battle, and like, it was amazing. Oh my god, what a battle! Like it starts off like a Tekken fight. So he's like, I just expected fight. Like after I was like, this is sick. The camera angle change.
Yeah.
And you're like,
it's right
yo,
behind Link.
and then your master sword's not even breaking. I'm like, hold on a
Takes
minute.
it out. Yeah.
Like it doesn't break. Like unless I must. I had the
It
best.
didn't. It did not break at all the whole time.
No,
Me too.
I had the best fuse item on it as well.
I put a black lizard tail from like the first fight, the first wave thing.
I had a white Lionel fucking
Ooh.
horn on it. So it's like plus 55.
Yeah, I had some dumb shit on mine, and like it was funny because in the cutscene, it's on the sword still. So like he's doing this epic dive at the. I mean, we're spoiling this shit now, so but he's doing the epic dive to catch Zelda, and he's just got this dumbass thing on his back, and I'm like,
Dude.
God, I wish I had that off.
When you drop to catch Zelda, oh my lord.
Such a cool part. The ending of this game was so fucking cool. That last boss
Oh
fight
my
where you're fighting
lord.
with the dragon and you're on top of him and you're just
Oh
man,
my
it was
god,
so
man! I
fun.
was just so hyped because I'd got to literally I got through. I literally ran through that like cavern. I couldn't be arsed with it. I was like, I'm not fighting any more people. I've got all my hearts. I've got a lifetime supply of food, loads of dandelion stuff, loads of stamina. I was like, right, I'm just gonna get straight down there, no messing about. I get there. It's Harper's quarter to 11. No, it's Harper's 10. 11 o'clock, maybe quarter past 11. It's bedtime. I'm like, Steve, be a responsible adult. You need to go to bed. So I was like, right. So obviously I woke up extra early. Either way, I lost sleep. And I was like, I'll do it in the morning. So I did it in the morning. And I was like, I'm going to be in for I'm going to leave to work in a bad mood because I won't be able to do it. Did it first time. Obviously I'm overpowered. I'm the fucking bee's knees.
Did you eat
I'm
any
fucking...
meal? Because what I did was I
I had
ate
a few dandelions.
I ate a defensive meal, and that's really what helped me.
I
not
had
having
the
gloom stuff.
I had is it the Daedric armor?
No,
Max.
that's Skyrim. That's Elder Scrolls.
Oh, a Skyrim. You know what I'm saying? What's it called? What's it called? What's
I
it
don't
with the
know. I
white
didn't
eyes?
have that.
White eyes.
The what? The one where
White
like his
eyes.
hair
Yes,
goes
sir.
white and like
Yeah,
his
yeah,
eyes are
sick.
white. I can't remember what it's called either.
But I'd upgraded that. That was my weekend mainly.
Oh, okay.
Upgrading that because you have to find them dragons in the air, the light dragons everywhere. Every time I landed on a dragon, it's like, oh, it's the light dragon. I was like, why is there only there's 4 dragons, but the light dragons everywhere? And I was like moaning about this light dragon until the end. I was like, these light dragons are fucking sick. So like spending like the light dragon, they drop 4 parts, and then the armor needs 4 parts. But you hit the armor, you hit the dragon in a certain place. He drops that piece, and then every half an hour he regenerates. So he like goes dark, and then he like lights up. So I'm like hitting this.
And you
dragon,
need that to upgrade
waiting
this
half
whole
an
outfit?
hour. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I got you.
And some like line.
Yeah, because I only found the mask of that outfit.
I had it all, and then I upgraded all that. So I was like super defensively, super attack. So like I was like hitting him with the super master sword with the best blade, and I was taking like this much health off him. And then there was a part of the fight. Oh my god, I went through so many emotions because I was like, Daniel was like scared me, and I was like, the fucking camera angles changed. I'm fucking sick. It's sick fight. And I'm like, this is great. And I beat him once, and I'm like, obviously that's not it. And then the second time, he's like, oh, you think you could beat me? And then his health bar keeps going up.
Keeps going.
It was so
Still
cool when it
going
went to
up.
the screen. Yeah.
The fuck? I was like so many emotions, and then all of a sudden I'm in the sky, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever!"
Dude, speaking of
And then
that,
there's
when
picture.
the amount of relief I had when you shot back up into the sky when you're riding on Zelda,
Oh,
because I was out of the gloom fixing stuff, and I had like 3 hearts left by that point, and then
Nice.
all my hearts come back when you rise up into the air. It was so cool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because the gloom doesn't like sunlight. That's why it's in the depths.
Yeah.
So when you go back outside, you get the
It
hearts
gives you
back.
those parts back.
Yeah, so
Right,
like for
and
the
then-
third stage, I was able to just eat normal food again, and then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, fucking thank you.
The only problem, don't get me wrong, the set piece was amazing. The 2 dragons fighting, like light versus dark, evil was good, but like it was a bit easy. I don't know, like it was just to just float up, avoid the orbs, hit the bulbs, and then you're done. That was a bit. It was alright.
Yeah, the third stage of it wasn't too complex or anything. It was just more
No.
about
Then
the.
when you've
done the
It
second
was
phase.
more about the set piece.
Yeah. Oh my god.
The shot-
when them dragons.
When she catches you, and then the shot of it like goes to like kind of like a side perspective of Zelda as the dragon and Link standing there, and he pulls out the sword, and then you see Ganon like snaked up right in front of you. Like that's cinema, like perfect cinematography.
This is.
I think
cinema.
I took a picture, didn't I? I took a picture of that moment.
I think so. It very close to that. Yeah. I
Oh
can
my
scroll
god,
up
it's
and
such
see.
a moment. I was like,
What
this is
perfect
so good.
shot.
So I have something that's gonna really upset you. Okay, all right. So obviously, I told you I woke up early in the morning, and I beat him. I did the dragon, and then obviously as I beat him, and it said like Ganondorf defeat Ganondorf complete. I had to go to work at that moment, so I had to turn it off and I didn't see any of the clip until later on in the day. Like, how much does that upset you right now? Like, I had to
Well,
wait
that
to
means you
watch the
didn't do the
cutscene.
jump. Yeah, and you didn't do the jump off part then, right?
I did that, yeah, I did it. But I had to
Oh,
as I beat him, I had to turn it off. I couldn't watch the next because it's like 15 minutes worth of cutscenes at the end.
Yeah.
Like, imagine having.
I mean, you watched it when you got home.
It was upsetting, man.
not
I was
that
like, nah,
upsetting.
don't touch that switch. If you touch the
Did you
switch,
just leave it in like standby mode or whatever?
Yeah, man.
yeah, I
Oh,
think
okay.
if you
like,
power the switch, it
At least
stays.
you didn't have to like redo the whole fucking boss fight.
but yeah, it
Yeah.
was sick. It was so good. What a rewarding payoff! Like, so much better than Breath of the Wild. Like I don't regret any of the moment I spent with that game. I got all the hearts, I got all the stamina, all the shrines. I got the armor I wanted. Like, I found the items I wanted. I had fun with the glitches. I had fun with the Tyree Town. I just had, honest to God, like, game's incredible. And it just makes me sad that I finished it. Like, at what point do I play a different? What other video game should I play? Because nothing's going to be good enough. I'm going to find a game and it's like, oh, you can't do that because
Yeah, but you
it's a
can't
normal
think that
video
way.
game.
You can't.
Yeah,
think
no,
that
but like,
way.
I mean, like, when you split up with someone, you're like, oh man, I miss him. Like, that's what I'm like right now. I'm like, oh man, I miss it. No,
I
just
mean, you
sad.
still got side quests. You can go back in there and put another 100
Nah,
hours in.
I've spent 200 hours, but you know when you're like, oh, I miss him, but yeah, it's for the best. I'm like that. Like,
Go do all the Terrytown stuff. I still really want to build up my house.
I might do.
Yeah, I
co-op
was hearing about
teams.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope
Did
there's
all the
DLC.
Korok seeds.
Yeah.
I wish there was a post game. Like, I wish it didn't load before the boss
Yeah.
fight.
I know. I don't like that either.
Yeah.
So do we? I don't know if I knew because I'm have to watch all the memories again because I skipped one memory because I didn't want to get it ruined as I was doing the Master Sword too early. How did she become the dragon?
The 8
In the memories.
tier.
Yeah, she absorbed the tear, trying to fix the Master Sword.
I completely missed that. I'll have to watch
It was like the last
And then-
one of the last two memories.
Yeah, it must be the one that I had to skip because I was watching a guy and it was like, you need to skip this if you don't want to be ruined.
It's actually really
So what?
fucked up. She was just a dragon for like thousands of years or
Yeah,
something.
she took the long way back.
She also
Right,
had
like, she went back in time
a
or
sword impaled in her head that whole time.
Yeah, yeah,
Just a little
So-
over. She should have had like brain damage coming out of that. Like,
probably.
can't
How
talk
did she
her.
get back? How did she go back in time?
She took the
When-
long
is it-
way. She took the long way. She
But how
lived
did
it.
she get-
She
how
got
did
back
she
in
end up going
time because of
back?
her own powers. I don't know, something triggered when
No,
she
she
as
lived
soon as-
it.
But
Yeah,
as
I
soon
know,
as
but she
Demon Ganondorf
originally went back
looked
in
at her-
time.
Oh yes, when she first got teleported.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then
So,
yeah,
is
then
that,
she...
so basically, she got teleported at that moment. He looked at her in the beginning.
no, when she was falling, when he's trying to grab her, that's when she disappears.
That was
Under
like
the castle.
2 months ago. I just don't remember.
It's gotta be
well, under the
terrifying if
castle-
you're Zelda, because it's just like, oh fuck, at any point I might just get teleported to the past again.
Oh no, that's the sequel.
Like, damn it.
So-
I have to become a dragon again.
Have you finished Final Fantasy?
No, I'm at the point of no return, and I'm doing a bunch of side quests and
Ooh.
whatnot.
Are you still as high in it as ever?
Yeah, I don't.
Ooh, a
Is
little
it as good as
hesitation.
everybody says?
Little hesitation there.
I mean, how good is everyone saying it is?
Amazing.
Listen, it's a great game. I just don't think the combat is anything special or spectacular. Honestly, I think it's great. It's fun. It's fine. It's
It's got a good spectacle to it.
yeah, it's got a great spectacle to
played
it,
it.
but I don't think the combat is as good as everyone hyping it up to be. That's my caveat.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so far it doesn't really seem. I think I'm like 5 hours into it. I think somewhere around there. Somewhere around there. I did the first icon fight, and yeah, like it. Like I love the combat. I think it's really fun, but it's not Devil May Cry. Like I like Devil May Cry's combat more.
Yeah, I do not
the
like
story
Devil May
good?
Cry's
Is it-
combat more.
Is it good?
The story's
Is the
good so
story
far.
good?
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
that
love
far
the
in, but
story.
yeah.
I think the story's the best part. I
Is
love
it?
the
Is
story.
it?
and
Is
I
it?
love
Can
the
I get? Can I
characters.
get the same amount of like? You know when we started watching House of Dragons, and we're like, this ain't gonna be that good, and it turns out to be that good.
Like,
Is
so
it
good,
that-
yeah.
Like so good.
I don't know. Yeah,
Is
It's
it as good?
really
as,
good.
Is it a Game
Far-
of Thrones? Is it
So
Game of
far,
Thrones?
because I'm only 5 hours in, I'm gonna say House of Dragons is just better written. But like, I'm not there. Like,
House
I
of
know...
Dragons is better written than any video game, honestly.
Exactly. Yes, I know. It's like I need to give it more time, right? Like, and then maybe we'll see where it is. But yeah, like I still think it is pretty well written for like a JRPG. You know, I like the character so far, and like I'm only barely scratching the surface in that. You know, Connor knows way more. about the main plot than I do. Like I still don't even really fully know what that thrust is that's going to take me to the to the end of the game or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a great game. My only caveat: side quests are bad, and I think there's been other third-person games with better combat in recent times. Like I don't know. I guess this year there really isn't much that's like better in terms of combat. I mean, Jet of Survivor's up there for me too. Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush has like a different element.
It's just more
to
fun.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's more from a unique standpoint. But like, I don't know. Last year I'd put God of War, Elden Ring, even Horizon. I'd put above it.
I mean, I think From is just better third-person combat.
Yeah, From's interesting for me because I feel like they're mostly the same throughout. We're getting really late, but they're mostly the same. I think it's their enemy design and from software games that really put it over the edge.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's a great game. I mean, it's totally worth playing. I think it's one of the games of the year, but this year's just incredible.
Yeah.
All right, we got to wrap up now. That will do it for the Nerd Guys Podcast, episode 179. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdicguys. You can also find us available on all audio platforms. Guys, anything else you want to say?
I don't. The FTC lost, and I was trying to come up with a rap.
Have you heard that the FTC's appealed it?
We talked about it. They haven't. I don't think it's an official appeal yet. I don't. Yeah.
This could be done in the next week. How crazy is that?
No, it has to be. We talked about that.
Oh, okay. Right, okay. I play an Oxenfree. Well, we can't talk about it. So.
Yeah.
I was trying to.
I kept saying, "Oh, I was trying to come up with a rap, but I couldn't. I couldn't do it."
Well, you started Oxenfree?
Oh, mate, I finished Zelda because of Oxenfree.
Oh, really? Oh. Okay, interesting. I really want to get the Oxenfree too. I probably will this weekend.
But I'm too tired to start it. I'm too tired to play it tonight. I might play 5 minutes.
Yeah, bit much. Very heavy narrative game too. Okay. Hashtag cancel Wonka, everyone.
What? Everyone. Yeah, no. I watched the trailer today. Bye, everybody.
The trailer has deeply disturbed me, Sims. All right, we gotta go. Bye, everyone.